Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, November 28th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I find my peace by practicing gratitude. And I want to say thank you to all of you who wished me a happy birthday and to several of you who actually sent me little gifts, monetary gifts and other things, and I feel so loved. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Here is my gratitude bringing me into peace. And my gratitude for all of you who watch me and comment. I have a little contest going on till some point. I'll figure out when and let you know. But leaving a comment will enter you in a drawing to receive my B level 2024 reading. So leave a comment and let's dig into this astro. So today we finish up moon in Gemini stuff. We may have some full moon over going on. Moon in Gemini is going to be very active in making connections, but kind of feeling something we're building into. So we're building into an interesting connection between the Sun and Jupiter. It's going to be an inconjunct. And that's when the planets, the signs, they're not really sure how they're meant to be working together. Now it's interesting because this is the Sun and Jupiter. Luce is very interested in this. She has some things to add. But with the Sun and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So it's interesting. It's big energy that's in this inconjunct, and it's actually going to get a little yachted by the moon by the time we reach Wednesday. But for today, knowing this, the sense that I got is, and I think that moon in Gemini is even enhancing this, there's a little confusion. So, Sun and Sagittarius can be pie in the sky, let me tune into my vision, oh my gosh, big things on the horizon, hope, good things. And then Taurus, we have our Earth experience, and it's like, oh, what did we come into? And I think sometimes it's like, well, what am I supposed to pay attention to? Am I supposed to pay attention to the 3D chaos, what seems like a dumpster fire? Or am I supposed to pay attention to this vision and this hope? And here's the thing. It's finding what that balance is for you. We can't avoid what's happening here because we're all part of the solution. We're all part of the creation, and we're all part of the solution. And so it's not about avoiding what's going on. But I think some of us get so deep in it, so entrenched in it, that we're buried in the heavy and dense energies, and we can't even see that vision anymore. So it's funny because there's like a song, Keep on the Sunny Side of the Street or something, and that's what popped into my head. It's like always keeping that light in your vision is how you're meant to move through this. Like, yeah, take a look, notice what's going on. We're all part of the creation and the solution, like I said, but don't get so entrenched that that's all that you can see, because solutions don't often come from the bad, terrible feeling place. Solutions are more likely to come when we can clear the mud from our eyes and can see a little bit more clearly. And so keep that in mind, because you may find yourself moving between these energies and be like, well, I'm supposed to be optimistic because it's Sagittarius, but all this. There is a balance. And we've got my favorite balance card, Zorba the Buddha, here. It is an abundance card, but it's a card of like a reminder, like there's the spiritual side of yourself that knows there's this plan, and then there's the human side. And so it's like, okay, gonna find our balance between both these parts. It's funny because we've got the Thunderbolt in here. There is some of this Thunderbolt stuff, but it's just like I said, that we're part of the creation of the things and we're part of the solution. there is destruction. That is ultimately part of new creation as well. And a lot of things need to come to light and burn as part of the overall shifts that are happening. So we're moving with these cycles. We're moving with the cycles. Today, let's dig into today a little bit. We have the moon making so many connections. The moon's going to be connecting into the nodes. Just reminding us how to be true to ourselves. And we may have some interplay where we find ourselves sliding into old patterns of creating harmony outside of ourselves in detriment to our own inner balance. And that's where some of this chaos comes from, when we act from places of not being true to ourselves. So watch for that. I also think that that's going to come up as we have some Moon and Neptune squaring action going on. More of these mutable squares. We can get so much into morals and the shouldiness of things, and we forget who we are. So watch for that. Watch for that energy. Moon is also connecting to Venus in Libra. Again, another place. You know, I was talking to somebody today about the Venus, which is at 22 degrees, at master degree. That Libra, so Venus and Libra for this, but the Libra Gemini actions, air energy can, trying to be clever, but go with the flow. You know, it's like you're a bird. You see a pack of birds flying that way. You're like, oh, I'm going to go that way. That can be air energy. And so with this strong air energy, you may find yourself going that way. Meanwhile, your destination is this way, the way that you are going. Watch for where you may be sucked into other people's energy fields and acting in ways that is not true to you. Venus is coming closer to the south node over the next few days, and we may find ourselves sliding into those patterns. It's okay for you to be you. In fact, it's important for you to be you. So keep that in mind in all of this. The moon is also going to be opposite Mercury, bringing up some of the full moon vibes that we had. Your beliefs are important, and learning new things are important. And finding that balance, like, okay, I believe this is going with me. Hey, it's time to shift some of these beliefs because I've learned something new. So much balance going on. So find your groove and all that. We're going to have a void moon. It may feel super full moon ovary. So rest, take it easy, don't let your mind spin out. Moon shifting into Cancer at 10:54 p.m. Pacific time. Like I said, preparing us for a little yachty action. That's going to add a little bit more emotional energy into, like, am I supposed to be a pie in the sky, or is my pie crashed on the ground and I'm looking at what is? We're going to figure out our way through this, paying attention to what is, and yet keeping hope, holding that vision. Have their places. Burden. Some mental energy going on. Moon in Gemini. Watch your mind and emotions. The fighting card is also the Knight of Swords. So definitely some really strong mental energy going on. Trying not to get stuck in any thought loops. I did something the other week to my brain. It was so nice. We did it to my brain. So often these days, I keep waking up at like 5 a.m. That's my new time of wake up. And my brain's like, just starts going into everything at 5 a.m. And I'm like, I would like to sleep. The other day I was like, yep, you're right, to my brain, instead of trying to even engage it. And it shut up. It was shocked because I'm usually engaging it. Like, no, I don't really think this. Why are you thinking this? The quiet, the silence. I offer you a chance to give it a try, even if you don't think it's right. Just like, okay, I'm not going to argue with you. It's like those difficult people. It was the difficult mind. So maybe there's a new mentality for you so that you can find your peace as well. That's what worked for me. So once again, thank you for the birthday wishes. Leave a comment. Book a reading. 2024 readings available. Gift certificates for the holidays available. And besides all that, the better gets, the better gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are. Namaste.